everyone, this video is for those interested in becoming a continuous improvement manager. We'll cover everything from what they do, how to become one, the necessary skills, certifications, and so much more. So let's start by understanding what a continuous improvement manager does. This role can go by many names, such as continuous improvement lead, continuous improvement specialist, or continuous improvement plant engineer. The range of expertise required is extensive, and the qualifications will depend on the company size. For instance, a person managing 5 manufacturing facilities will likely require more experience than someone only managing one. But at its core, a continuous improvement manager working in the food processing sector is responsible for overseeing and implementing continuous improvement initiatives within food processing facilities. They support the people who make your food by making processes more efficient and less wasteful while serving as subject matter expert. Now, I keep throwing around the phrase continuous improvement, but what is it? Continuous improvement is the systematic and ongoing effort to improve products, services, and processes. The goal is to make incremental improvements over time rather than all at once. A CIM's primary responsibility is to improve food processing facilities by managing the delivery of a diverse set of continuous improvement activities. CIMs must have a good understanding of the processes taking place in the factories that they work for. For example, if you were working at a chocolate bar factory, they would want you to know everything from how the ingredients were received in the shipping department to how the chocolate was piped out in the molds. To gain this understanding, CIMs must work closely with different teams to learn about current processes and identify areas where efficiencies can be improved and waste reduced. They might speak with packaging staff to understand issues on the line, or speak with quality control to see how often products were out of specification. Remember, you can only improve a recipe if you know how it's made. So that's what a CIM has to do. They have to understand how the recipe of their chocolate is being made, and this applies to all different areas in the food sector. The second responsibility of a CIM is turning problems into numbers. Going back to the chocolate example, if a manufacturer is looking to improve the efficiency of a production line that's producing chocolate bars, they can't just say that the production line isn't running efficiently. A more appropriate line would be the chocolate line is not running at its full capacity, but instead it's only running at 80% of the possible working hours that are there. Did you notice the change? The second line involves a measurable metric. Turning complex problems into tangible numbers helps continuous improvement managers to understand how changes affect the original problem that they're trying to address. With numbers in hand, now continuous improvement managers can tackle the why these inefficiencies are happening. So moving on, continuous improvement managers conduct research and analysis to identify ways to improve processes and remove low-value activities. They might interview plant staff, read scientific literature, or contact manufacturing equipment providers for research. CIMs work on various problems, but they always aim to improve their metrics by creating short-term and long-term strategies. Each strategy, each improvement is considered to be a project, and CIMs ensure that projects are completed on time by working closely with quality, production, shipping, business, and just pretty much every aspect of the organization. Finally, beyond the technical aspects, another responsibility that CIMs take on is the role of educators and leaders. With any of these changes, continuous improvement managers need to coach and engage on all levels, from the plant workers that are working on the production floor, all the way up to upper management and even stakeholders in the company. Not only do they have to engage employees, but they also need to coach. This is why this position isn't just a desk job. It involves going out into the manufacturing plant and talking with them. There isn't a one-size-fits-all approach where you can improve every single plant simultaneously, as much as they would probably want that. CIMs work with plant managers and production lead hands to create and maintain credibility across all levels of the business. Without good leaders, it's hard to make things better. So, in summary, your job as a CIM is to develop and plan short-term and long-term continuous improvement strategies, collaborate with multiple teams, train and educate staff, develop and utilize tools to improve strategies, and conduct research and perform analysis while monitoring the progress and initiatives of projects. So let's bring this all together with an example. The example project that I want to talk about is maybe the goal of a food facility is that they want to improve on their energy consumption. An unsustainable and costly approach is getting rid of all their manufacturing equipment and trading it in for a more efficient, energy efficient equipment. Would this work? Probably yes. Is it feasible? Probably not. Now let's approach this problem from the perspective of a CIM. To begin with, the CIM would gather data to establish a metric that they can work with. They would obtain the metric by conducting an energy audit to identify sources of high energy consumption. An audit would help them to identify the energy usage patterns across different shifts and production cycles. Additionally, they would analyze historical data to determine what certain events are happening and when they are occurring. In our hypothetical situation, the CIM should have been able to identify the underlying issue with the help of this data. Let's say that it was discovered that a specific piece of equipment was consuming a significant amount of energy due to the spike in data that they looked at, and it was noticed every single time that it was operated. The next step would probably involve asking employees about the identified issue. Maybe they were able to identify this in the past. They noticed that the motor was kind of sounding off, that it wasn't acting the way it was supposed to, this machine. So because they were able to identify this issue, this would signal to the CIM that they need to go speak with the maintenance department and they need to be able to go and take it in and get it repaired. So this might be a way that they can work on their energy efficiency, is by taking it to maintenance and improving the motor, because that was something that was identified by the staff that were working on it all the time. Another thing that might happen if they took the equipment to the maintenance department is that they may improve specific parts to make them more energy efficient and implement a preventative maintenance schedule to address potential issues before they actually occur and they become more serious. With continuous improvement efforts, with doing preventative maintenance, it's essential to coordinate with other staff, such as the plant manager, the maintenance manager, the production planner, and anyone who might be affected by this shutdown of this piece of equipment on this production line. They need to determine when the equipment can be taken out of production before the production line actually breaks down. Without proper coordination, it might not be possible to introduce energy saving practices, such as optimizing operating parameters during off-peak hours. Alternatively, as an educator or as a leader, a CIM could conduct training sessions on energy conservation practices for all staff. This would help raise awareness about the impact of individual actions on the overall efficiency of plant operation. But more so, by actually talking with the different staff, they can start to create and establish a feedback loop which they can have with their employees, so they can share their suggestions for further improvements so that this problem doesn't get more serious before it actually happens. After applying these measures, their job isn't done yet. They also need to continually monitor these energy systems to track real-time consumption and implement key performance indicators, KPIs, related to energy efficiency. Continuous improvements don't happen all at once, but they happen a bit at a time. So there you have it, an example of a continuous improvement effort. This might have piqued your interest in becoming a continuous improvement manager, but how do you do that? Let's begin by discussing the education required to become a continuous improvement manager in the food processing sector. Most CIMs have a background in engineering, business, or a related field. For those aspiring to become CIMs, it's recommended to have a degree in engineering or business due to the specific skills and knowledge these disciplines offer. Engineering programs provide analytical and problem-solving skills along with the expertise in process optimization, which is essential for identifying and addressing inefficiencies. On the other hand, business degrees contribute to strategic thinking, project management principles, and communication and leadership skills. This helps align the improvement efforts of the overall business and their objectives. In some cases, manufacturing facilities may hire people with substantial work experience in food production facilities. This is particularly true when the candidate has a strong knowledge of plant operations, and this knowledge is highly valuable, and it can be used for improving plant efficiencies. Although having a strong educational background is great for this role and it is helpful, it doesn't beat having hands-on learning. So if you have the opportunity to work at a manufacturing facility, whether it's through a co-op position, part-time work, or a summer job, then go for it. Even if the work isn't directly related to continuous improvement, the experience of working in this field can offer you better comprehension of the process involved in food facilities. This can give you a competitive edge and prepare you for future roles in the industry. Okay, so now into the skills section. What skills do you need to become a continuous improvement manager? Right off the bat, as a continuous improvement manager, you need to have familiarity or experience with lean methodologies, such as Six Sigma, 5S, Kanban, visual management, and other lean methodologies. One of the most popular of these is Six Sigma, which is a methodology that focuses on reducing defects and improving quality by using data-driven methods to identify and eliminate the root causes of problems. Six Sigma training is a program that teaches people how to improve the ways businesses operate. This training involves learning how to analyze data, identify areas where improvements can be made, and how to manage projects effectively. It's like a toolbox that helps people make businesses run more efficiently. Other skills that are important for continuous improvement managers but don't require certifications include process mapping, statistical analysis, data analysis tools, project management methodologies, change management techniques, and understanding quality management systems. One key area is process mapping, which involves creating visual diagrams of workflows in order to identify areas that could benefit from the improvement. In addition, statistical analysis is essential for accurately analyzing data and drawing meaningful conclusions from it. Tools like Minitab, JMP, or Excel statistical functions can be helpful in identifying trends, patterns, and opportunities for improvement. Another important skill set is project management, which, as you can tell from this video, can help with the effective use of managing projects, so effectively planning, executing, and monitoring initiatives. And that moves on to our next one, which is change management. Change management techniques are also critical for facilitating the smooth adoption of process improvements across an organization. This involves effective communication, stakeholder engagement, and addressing potential resistance to change. In terms of soft skills, skills that aren't technical, the most important ones are problem solving, organization, and talent management. As a CIM, one of the key responsibilities is to streamline operations, which involves identifying problems and proposing practical solutions. If you didn't already get that idea from this video, effective problem solving requires a thorough understanding of issues at hand, as well as understanding the interests of everyone who's considered to be a stakeholder in this process. You have to get everyone on board. By evaluating various options, a CIM can improve a process. When it comes to organization skills, CIMs often manage multiple projects at the same time, which requires excellent organizational skills. They must keep their physical and digital belongings in order and maintain a well-organized calendar to stay on top of their commitments. Talent management is another crucial aspect for a CIM's role. They have to have an act for bringing out the best in people and helping to focus and multiply their effort and leverage the different talents that each individual has in the facility. So bringing everyone together. They have an act for bringing out the best in people, and they focus on multiplying talent and leveraging individual experiences. By capitalizing on these experiences, they can create a more productive and efficient work environment. Food manufacturing facilities are very complex places with many things going on. You have the individuals working there, the processes that exist, and all the stakeholders that have different things going on. So yes, it's going to change, but how it's going to change, it's more so these tools are going to help you throughout this process. So firstly, artificial intelligence technologies will help to enhance decision-making processes within the field of continuous improvement. Continuous improvement managers will use data analysis to figure out problems and they will solve them. But machine learning can help and aid and detect these patterns and any anomalies that might be missed by human interpretation alone. By helping to identify patterns, continuous improvement managers can more accurately pinpoint inefficiencies and opportunities. So with easier access to data collection, continuous improvement professionals will have more time to focus on strategic initiatives. This will allow them to dedicate their time and effort towards making more informed decisions on improvement efforts rather than spending all this time trying to identify the problems. As you know, sometimes even if you want to change, the change is the hard part, not identifying that the change needs to happen. Sometimes the challenges lie in the process of driving changes instead of merely identifying the problem. Although artificial intelligence technologies can help with this, identify it, the difficulty lies in actually making change. So for instance, setting a goal of reading 100 books per year is easy, but actually sticking to and developing these habits is a very different story altogether. And being a continuous improvement manager also involves there's a human psychology side as well. How do you drive change? How do you get people to change? But also bring everyone together so that you come together and improve this overall goal. So overall, as you prepare for your career and continuous improvement, make sure that you learn to embrace these AI tools rather than run away from them. Yes, maybe there's a lot of buzz that's going on around them, but they are useful tools and they can help you. And many of the things that we thought of as AI today wasn't really thought of it as that before. Instead, it was just the use of software. So instead of going from pen and paper, now you're using tracking metrics. It's just another way of saying things, but AI will help to empower a continuous improvement manager by helping to provide them with advanced data analytics. And working in food facilities, this data can get really large, so AI is going to help you. But there is more to this job than just interpreting data. Make sure that you are able to make decisions and you have a large toolbox of skills, and that your soft skills are in place. These are the skills that employers are looking for. They're looking for people who can make decisions and follow through with them. They're looking for individuals who can take data, understand it, and find the best practices and keep changing. AI's program isn't always going to know how to do that, and that's where a continuous improvement manager comes in. So there you have it. That is all the information that we're going to be giving you today on continuous improvement managers. If you want to learn about other careers in the food processing space and find other resources that can help you in your career, then make sure to hit the subscribe button so you can learn more about these careers through our YouTube channel. But also check the description link below so you can access the FoodGrads website, where we have career guides, we have podcasts, we have so many resources to not only learn about these jobs, but how to actually get them. So if you also have a specific question that you want answered, then please email us at fca@foodgrads.com, or if you're too lazy, you can just use the comment section below. Thanks everyone so much for watching this video, and we will see you next time.